everyone, and welcome back to our next season of 2 Point Museum, where I have to say that even though I'm feeling a little exhausted as I totter on to the helicopter that you and I are going to be taking to our new museum, I'm feeling rather proud. Very proud, actually. Super proud, because we've actually gotten gold on all of the pop-up museums now! And I may have learned so much about what it takes to be a curator of a fantastic new establishment. Not to mention how extremely painful, once you figure out how to actually curate a museum, our 2 previous museums currently look and or are, and how much we might really have to do to fix it. But guess what? We don't have to worry about that right now because we're headed to either the Pebberley Heights Museum, where we have a bit of building space, investigating an alien artifact that crash-landed on Pebberley Island, or we are headed over to Bungle Wasteland, experiment with an abandoned science facility and see why its oasis has turned green. Yes please? You can bet your, bunches of bull sharks, I suppose, that I definitely want to be visiting there, and we do still have the Wellion Lodge haunted hotel that wants to be turned into a museum for the supernatural and beyond with help from its dead owner that we need to visit too. But our next curator class assignment we have is to earn a 1-star rating in both the Bungle Wasteland and Pebberley Heights museums. And as we stretch, having just finished up gaining all of the special items that we could get from our security exhibition, having learned a lot about how to keep criminals at bay and away and out of our toilets in the case of the soggy bottom stealing, oh my gosh, what are they called? They're the guys who pop out of the toilets. And I feel like you don't deserve to have a fancier criminal name and crime guild reputation if that's your MO. I feel like if the only way people can remember you at that stage is being like, oh, it's those guys who come out of the toilet, then you've earned it. You've earned that. You haven't earned a cool name. And also the Golden Mole Guild, which is kind of a cool name. Plus they like to dig their way into the museum, so that was cool. But I was able to keep them at bay with help from the guinea pigs. Trying out a couple different rounds of our county archives, so I'm happy with that. We were able to finally, after multiple tries, figure out how to go ahead and do some fantastic exhibitions to not only have the golden troll and the torch that goes on the wall from our silver accomplishment together last time, but we now have a temple ruin column as well for decoration. And I popped back over to that remote rock for the marketing exhibition, and we have got the silver goals that you and I collected together, my friends, from gaining a ton of buzz. And we managed to get the beanbag chair, the hot or the warm lava lamp, or like tepid lava lamp, whichever one that is, and then a marketing board unlocked for the 3 things that we could snag from that pop-up event. And now, as we get on the helicopter, stretching and feeling pretty proud of ourselves, it occurs to me that I forgot to tell our pilot which way to go. So I'm going to be rolling a dice of destiny very quietly instead of how I used to do our dice in the past. Okay, I dropped it. Because the guinea pigs hate the sound of my dice hitting my wooden desk. So I roll it onto the mouse pad. We're good. And it says that with the even number, we're going to Bungle Wasteland. Yes! That's kind of an amazing thing to think about, like falling asleep with my like curator explorer hat pulled over my face, only to dart up, shooting out all of the plant samples that I brought back from the jungles, yelling, wait, where are we going? And then looking out the window to see us curving our way over this abandoned science facility, which just sounds so cool. And we're going to see why its oasis has turned green.
Some unusual news now, as Bungle Technologies are working with the county's Department of Culture to fund a science museum. The facility will open its doors deep in the desert and will serve the twin purpose of investigating/eradicating a toxic site that one Bungle official called something they'd certainly never seen before. For updates on the scientific process, keep it tuned to 2 Point Radio.
Okay, this is an amazing place, and I love how it's like, yes, the officials have called this place something they have never seen before, obviously. And hello there, I'm Sophia Nova, founder of Bungle Technologies. At Bungle, rapid expansion has meant we've abandoned more headquarters than I can remember, but this certainly seems to be one of them. The Oasis is familiar, but not the giant, sickly pears. It used to be beautiful, but not this interesting. Oh, I'm right there with you, ma'am. And that's why we're here, to investigate and remedy the Oasis in the name of science and legal obligation. The county believes that there's a connection between the state of the Oasis and our facility's underground laboratory network. I'm not one for baseless assumptions personally, but I am here to help. Does that mean we're gonna learn how to do multi-level museums now? Because that would be amazing. Here's a map of the Bungle Burrows facility. The entrance was sealed when we left, safety first, you know, so you'll need a drill to enter. You should be able to find the necessary materials nearby. Yes! Now we know how to make drills! So we need to hire a janitor, complete an expedition even, to Orful Quarry, make a drill in the workshop, clear the obstacle at the blocked tunnel in Bungle Burrows. Wow. Okay, that's a lot to like kind of think over. And I like how there's the Bungle debris left over from Bungle's departure. Maybe there's something we can sell. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to take a peek. Ooh, we have a whole bunch of cool new, yes, we have a whole bunch of really cool new classic contraptions. Wow, there's a whole new science section. Oh, that makes me very happy. So we must have some new exhibits to look at. And then I think we unlocked some new stickers whilst the guinea pigs and I were tackling a whole bunch of the other projects we had. Whoops, and I have to remember the pausing. I just got used to pausing, but we're trying not to do that too much. There's also the Jab Maestro. That we've got over here. I wonder what that is. All right, we'll investigate those in a little bit. Do we have any current staff? We have 0 current staff hired. All right, got it. So we need to hire a janitor, but also it's a science friend who's greedy. All right, look, I can wait and we can go ahead and we can send an ad out to get a new science friend. Definitely think a nimble, happy thought, globe-trotting botanist. Yes, Erin, welcome. I'm so sorry that you're feeling rubbish, but you're going to be our should you be a toxic pear? How about you be our prickly cactus botanist and prickly cactus botanist, Erinim, welcome. Maybe I should start like giving your name first and then leading to like calling you the prickly pear botanist. But oh, there's even lab coats we can unlock now. That's adorable. And neckerchief and dungarees. Oh my gosh, what do I dress you in? Since you're the botanist, also I need to give you a staff room then. Okay, there's a lot to do, so let's get to work. We have an analytical science expert, Raya, welcome. So this is Raya, and you are going to be these being some of our amazing patrons, by the way. Oh, I'm so excited that we're working on science. How about we have science, or how about serious scientist? I was such a little one when we had that episode, by the way, and I don't know how many of you guys might actually remember the episode I am referring to, but we once upon a time had an episode of our zoo crafting game, or our zoo crafting experience, where we got to go ahead and we got to be serious scientists in zoo crafting when I was trying very, very earnestly to do some science, and instead everything kind of blew up, and I've never forgotten that because it's hilarious. We're gonna give the staff a staff room because I have a feeling having a really nice bandage box, probably a good idea for this kind of setup with, you know, toxic spores and other issues that are out and about. And also put in a little game station so people have something to do and a little bit of snacks while they're waiting for me to actually be able to make it. So and we'll put it down a little coffee because the scientists probably need coffee and maybe a little bit of water. Let's see, is that not in the right spot so people can reach it? And then let's see, I think we'll also put in like a botanical bin that hilariously might be kind of funny to make the color like of the prickly pears outside, just to get people a little bit, okay, that might be a little mean, but I think it'd be kind of funny. All right, there we go. So we'll have the staff room set to the side there. And then let's see what else we should do. There's no ticket booth, so no guests are going to be coming right now, and we probably need to have some arriving at some point. But let's get a janitor who might be skilled. So this guy's a globetrotter and good at maintenance. We probably need a lot of maintenance. And this is actually going to be Honeymint. Honeymint 2, welcome, welcome. We're going to give you a cool name and we're going to give you a cool outfit. And you're going to be, how about clone Honeymint 2? Because it's like Honeymint, our slime from our wonderful Slime Rancher adventures. Except I love the idea that you're like one of our clones. Or like a clone. Ironically, I could make you look like Shadow because that would be a little bit on the nose. Do you want to look like Tails? Sonic? I don't know. What should, maybe Shadow? Like as a little raincoat? I'm sorry, the Explorer outfit is just the coolest, so we gotta go with that. And then speaking of cool outfits, because that's totally worth paying attention to over everything else right now, we need to make sure that Serious Scientist Raya has a good outfit for being a serious scientist. And we're finally back to the actual exhibits and the actual adventures after so long of having been locked up in our little pop-up exhibits. Here we are, friends. And now it's good to know that Troll Temple, having gone there, having discovered that, needs a level 7 prehistory expert, a level 7 janitor, level 7 security guard, and level 7 assistant in order to defy death, doom, and danger to explore the temple ruins. And we need to go to, that's how we get to go under it. Oh my gosh. Into the caves! Into the caves we go! This is so cool! And we need a janitor to go first? Oh my gosh, Clone Honeymint, are you ready for this? Oh, wow. Okay, so the blocked tunnel in Bungle Burrows, we need the drill for, so I need to make a workshop and get a janitor who can do workshop in just a second. But we need to go to the Orphle Quarry first. The area's unusually rich mineral deposits would lead you to believe that Bungle came here for a reason, but knowing them, it's still unclear. Don't let the name fool you, it's actually a really good quarry. And thankfully, cheap expedition, not going to take a lot of time from the looks of it, and we will go ahead and give you a first aid kit so that you will not have to worry about any injuries. And you can take a few days to kind of work on that because I have a feeling I'm going to be distracted and working on many other locations. We have a botanist and we have a scientist. And then let's see. I guess we could, like, a security guard that can start training might be a good idea. A nimble, already aerodynamic, fast-moving security officer sounds fantastic for Mal! Mal, welcome! You're going to be your secret security Mal because it's kind of a big deal. In fact, I want to give you like a fancy uniform. The Noor uniform. We're gonna have you have the Explorer uniform to go undercover. But kind of a big deal that you're like here because this is the science facility. It looks like the windows for the science facility are even really unique. Let's see, can I get some light in here? Because I do enjoy there being at least a little bit of light to see by. And we do need a janitor that can do some this person recovers from injuries pretty quickly. So let us hire Tasting the Rain Glow. You might be here. Oasis, or should I have you be like Cactus Juice? Cactus Juicer. Because the cactuses are the juiciest. Taste the Rain Glow. I have a feeling you came here hoping that you would be able to possibly find some interesting new cactuses, and perhaps the results weren't what you were expecting. Also, Clone Honey Mint is back from the Orphle Quarry. Having gone ahead and explored it quite thoroughly, let's see what we managed to find. A bunch of metal. So now we're actually getting to the point where we have to have a certain number of resources and not just straight up cash money in order to create some of the cool bits and bobs that we're going to use to explore further. I'm so happy. People have been taking metal from the ground for well over 25 years. You're not wrong. Its uses are various and plentiful, as well as manifold. That's also rather hilarious. Because the repetition of like, yes, the uses are various and manifold. Yep. Oh my word. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna put down a couple of the security cameras. Let's get a workshop made because we are going to need a workshop in this facility if we want to have. Ooh, okay. Okay, let me move the door on our staff lounge. Oops, no! You have to be so careful sometimes. All right, there, phew. But let's move the door and then let's get in a dun 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 dun. Okay, bathroom's probably kind of important now that I just realized like, oh wait, we don't have a bathroom yet. Whoops. Let me get a bathroom. Okay, look, we're gonna have to expand in just a minute. I know, we need a bathroom. Hang in there, guys. Like, it's gonna be a little uncomfortable for just a minute, but it's all gonna work out. And we're going to put in ye olde big old workshop. There we go. Let's maybe snap. There. All right, so we've got our workshop, and this time around we can even put down some wall calculations so that hopefully our researchers can do some more science reflections. And there's also the spare parts bin, which seems rather apt for the moment. The workshop tinker table, again, seems rather apt for the setting. So tinker table, the tweak table, the tinker and tweak tables, that's so cute. I love that so much. And we'll have that down. We could also have a whiteboard. Let's see. Do I like the... All right, we'll go with that. There we go. I'm glad we started with quite a bit of money, or else I would be very sad. And let's see. So we only need 25 metal in order to make a drill. I did kind of forget that part where we needed a janitor who could actually come in here. But look at that! Loyal and robust. I expect nothing less from Tyrant. Welcome. You're going to be Tinker Tyrant. And hopefully you will be able to keep this like churning out all sorts of productions. We need to clear out an obstruction. The drill is already done. What the heck? That is so cool. We're going to jump back over to the Bungle Burrows, and now we are going to send out, oh, look at that. A mechanics event would actually, the broken drill would add 5 days, but look at that, Honey Mint. It seems that you are an excellent tunneler, and you should be able to push through, even if you have to have like the broken drill thing. You're not going to have that rock slide event happen, which is wonderful. So we're going to do that with you. And now we might come in and snag ourselves somebody. I feel like marine life could be really fun to work on one level, because fish and science and cool aquariums kind of make sense to me. We don't need supernatural experts just yet, but let's actually try putting in for prehistory because we do have a lot of already explored pristine level historical locations, and it looks like we're going to need to start making some money pretty soon. Where people are going to come from, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea where these people are going to, maybe from over here. And so we can have a little to the side area of exhibits that we just kind of like squint and hope people don't get upset about. Does this count as a dry environment so we can have like outdoor prehistory areas and kind of just pretend that we're here to research fossils so people don't ask the awkward questions? Let's see, photographic memories, great, but greedy, not so much. Oh, custom contraptions. Oh, well done you made it in, and your crew found one of our old design blueprints. I really must make digital copies. You have my blessing to use anything you find in the facility, ideas included. Blueprints will allow your science experts to build custom contraptions from materials in the workshop. The facility may well hold the answers to fixing the Oasis, you never know. The spa point, though, is a rudimentary device that even your scientists should be able to understand. Oh my word. It's like interactive exhibits, except it does benefits for the museum and its guest. Exhibits in the custom contraption subcategory provide special benefits to the museum and its guest. Find blueprints to make new machines. Custom contraptions require materials before they can be built in the workshop by a science expert. The science theme contains unique perks that can only be installed on custom contraptions. Find new science perks throughout the Bungle Burrows map. And now, if we had an assistant, we could clear the tunnel to the Bungle Burrows. So countless experiments have been lost in the shuffle of the Bungle's technology, erratic history of progress and mishap. This underground lab facility, codenamed Bungle Burrows, is one such abandoned experiment. That's so cool! And then we have our janitor, but we need to complete 2 expeditions to Orphle Quarry to get into the surplus supplies. Oh! Bungle technologies innovate at such an alarming, unsustainable rate that excess is scientifically inevitable. The parts they develop and don't use are stored underground, often in holes like this. For safekeeping? Well, it seems as though we have another job for Honeymint, who totally is not going to get smushed because we're going to take good care of them. Oh, and I'm being reminded by our staff that a bathroom would be really nice, you know, Siri. Yes, I kind of forgot about that. I'm so sorry, guys. We will indeed work on getting all of you bathrooms being built now, because that is pretty important. And then can I fill in that last room, please? There we go. All right. So, it does seem as though we are indeed going to need to turn this place into a bit of a museum as well as a location. Oh my gosh, are these like new toilets? That's really funny. As well as a location for new science to be done. So let's get going now that I've already invested so much money in just hiring people and getting gold toilet seats, because of course I would. Oh, I forgot there's actual golden sinks. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And now that we've got that done, and maybe I can have another one of the funky colored, like, little trash cans. Boom. So, we have 2 crates back home. We now have gone back out on expedition to collect more metal scraps, I think. Oh, we got staff experience for that one. I mean, I'll take that for our janitors. And thankfully, the staff desperately needed to go to the bathroom, so they're very happy about that. And we have unlocked the surplus supplies. Wonderful! That's definitely going to work out for us. And now we have unlocked the Bungle Burrows, leading to Bungle Security Door number 1, where we need Bungle Keycard 1. And then we also have the Upper Antiques Archive. A collection of scientific artifacts and historical inventions decorate the halls near the facility's entrance. The way things are arranged, it's almost like Bungle were planning on having guests. Ooh. Okay, maybe it's the mole people that keep stealing from us, but we need to have money from a gift shop in order to get anything from there. And the Orphle Quarry Oh, that was who gets the experience. Sorry about that, Honeymint. Excellent job on gaining more of those metal devices, or more of those metal pieces. We'll have to see what happens once we display a spa point using the workshop, which I think, oh, we already have the blueprints for that. Cool. And then once we have the upgrade objectives, I guess then we would have researched more about the spa point and we'd be able to upgrade it. Finding the time to relax can be stressful, but what if you could cram an entire rejuvenating mini break into your toilet break? The spa point uses spring water, nice smells, and refined oil to give people an energy boost in a hurry. I am so happy! But I'm gonna be even happier if we start making some money so that this whole thing doesn't continue to go, well, prickly pear belly up. This is gonna be amazing, friends. Just don't drink the water. And you know what? I wonder if that's gonna affect the spring water. Maybe don't worry about it. I wonder if we put fish in an aquarium before we cure that, if something weird might happen. That'd be kind of amazing. But all right, we'll figure out how we are going to be setting up for our next round of guests. And our next round, we're gonna find some people who can hopefully help us with getting some new exhibits and building some fantastic new interactive displays and discover more adventures next time. So I'll see you guys then. Stay curious, everyone. Bye-bye. Woo, the spa point. I really hope it's not toxic.